back, and in more ways than one. Look at me. I'm back. I'm the ghost guy again, and that also means all of the old channel point stuff, the colors, not all of the old channel point stuff, because some of it is still broken, but all of the colors and the flags are back, and they work. I tested it. If they don't work, I'm gonna be really sad. Sonic, welcome in. How you doing? Sonic, what's going on? I haven't heard anything from you in like 400 millennia. Sonic, what's happening? You chose a nice stream to return to, because I'm also back now. I had to go without the Fresno VTube avatar for a while, but now it's back. Wait, hold on. Let me check something right here. Okay, it looked like my microphone filters were not on, but I guess I'm just louder today. Wintry as well, hello! You graduated! Sonic, congratulations! Is that a bachelor's degree, or is that like like what? What kind of graduation we talking about here? It's not like... Well, I was gonna make a joke about Kanye West album, Graduation. One of the best hip-hop albums of all time. But, you know, you can't really make jokes about Kanye anymore. For obvious reasons. A bachelor's? What's the bachelor in? Also, Wintry, what are you up to today? What you got going on? I saw someone modded web fishing. So you can have Miis. So you can have Miis from Nintendo in web fishing. I was amazed. By the way, Voices of the Void, why aren't you starting? There we go. Wait, you got a bachelor in humanities. Well, I thought the bachelor in humanities was like a bachelor in philosophy or a bachelor in anthropology or something. I didn't know you could have a bachelor in humanities. I thought humanities was a type of bachelor. Maybe we're just weird in Norway. Maybe we're just strange. Basil, welcome in. Evening, it's 3 p.m. In a couple of months, 3 p.m. is going to be evening. Well, it's at least going to be sunset. But for now, it's a pretty chill afternoon. I ended work early today. Boba's moving to Norway, so she needs a bunch of documents for her visa. One of the things she needs is a copy of my passport. So I went to the passport office to get like a legitimate copy of it. And when I got to the passport office, it took me a while to get there. I had to wait in line for a long time. Basil, thank you for the show feed. And then finally, when I got into the passport office, I was like, I need a copy of my passport. The guy was like, you need like a legitimate copy? I said, yes. He went and started copying it. Then he was like, why do you need this? And I told him why. I said, my fiance needs a visa to get to Norway. She needs a copy of my passport. And then the guy says, oh, that doesn't have to be an official copy. That just has to be like any copy at all. Because like it's the Norwegian government that checks this shit. And they know your passport details. So he just told me to leave because I didn't have anything to do there. So I went all the way to the fucking passport office for no fucking reason. And when I was gonna leave. Wait, which redeem breaks a rule? What do you mean, Basil? Did Twitch add new rules? Do I have to get rid of my redeem? When I was leaving the passport office, I got on a bus to go... I got on this, like... I used bus number 4 to go to the passport office. On the way back, I looked it up. It's like, you can take bus 4 back. I go on bus number 4. And then, like, 2 stops later, the bus is like, this is the last stop. I'm like, what? I got on the bus going in the wrong direction. Okay, I need to go. Wait, what do you mean you need to go? You can't just say... Basically, you can't just say that redeem breaks a rule and then be like, you have to go. With what rule? I'm gonna preemptively turn off show feet if that's the case. I don't want to be banned. VTubers get banned very often. Show feet is temporarily disabled. That breaks a rule? It's not like sexual at all. It just flips me upside down. What the? If that is bait, that is really good bait. But I'm gonna have to say that kind of bait is illegal. Anyway, Basil, hope you have a nice rest of your day. We're gonna be playing Voices of the Void, which is a game with aliens in it. I don't think there's any ghosts in the game. There are skeletons, like skeletons that live in the ground, which I guess we're just called buried. But there's also like a skeleton that tries to kill you. Okay, what were we doing? Why is the FPS so low? I think it's just because I spawned in and things are loading. I think the cameras might... What is moving towards me? The drone is moving towards me. Okay, I was scared I was gonna get murdered instantly. Please excuse me when I collapse in a heap on my couch. You deserve it, Sonic. I know what it's like to finally get done writing the dissertation. Okay, why is the frame rate so low? One second. I don't know how that blood got there. Let me just take a quick look over in the task manager. What does task manager say? Oh, 100% processor. What the fuck? Okay, well, we're gonna turn down the settings of Voices of the Void real quick. Alien, welcome in. Immediately with the rainbow cat boy. That was hard to say. And Wintry, thank you for the trans pride. Hold on a second, I'm gonna have to change some of this. View distance is the main CPU. That's the thing that affects the CPU the most, right? You just do it like this? Does that change things? 97% processor usage. Epic Rarity Tuesday stream? I'm not gonna be able to stream every week. I'm not gonna be, how do you say this correctly? I'm not gonna be able to stream on weekdays every week. Because I just have too much other stuff I want to do that isn't streaming. Wait, what happened? What? The processor usage dropped by like 20%. I didn't do anything. I did nothing. The processor usage dropped by like 20%. FPS is still kind of low though. I mean, the VTube Studio thing is taking like 20% of my CPU. Oh, no, now it's back to its old bullshit. It's 25% of CPU. Holy shit. Okay. Emergency settings, view distance 2. Anti-aliasing should not be CPU intensive. Foliage is CPU intensive. Shading, if it's software shading, that is CPU intensive. Shadow distance, we can drop that to half. No motion blur. Upscale should be pure GPU. Sharpness, we're not touching the sharpness. I have what is SSGI? And let's just drop everything down a bit. Does the game look like ass now? That did no change to the CPU at all. What the hell? GPU is no problem at all. Okay, that improved it a bit. I guess it takes a while for like the thing to kick in. Like, I don't think the game auto updates the rendering distance and such. Yeah, but it runs a little better. We're gonna keep it like this for when it's paused, it immediately drops down, so that's good to know. I'm gonna pause for 1 second. Let me just check how many cockroaches. Max is 1, that's the lowest we can get it. There's a thing in here that's like show FPS. I'm gonna turn that on. I'm gonna see how this works. We're also in the wait, it's not here. Is it an E? No, I have no idea what extreme combat is, by the way. Can you imagine if this game had a sun rays? Drop that down. Can you imagine if this game had had frame gen? Disable screen light, disable sunlight. Disable sunlight might help a bit, but we are gonna just run it like this for a hot second, and then just see how things work. Actually, effects might be a lot of CPU stuff here. Field of view, I don't really want to drop that out anymore. I usually pay at 100 field of view. This doesn't count. It's pretty much the sun. Okay, I'm gonna keep it running like this for a hot second. We're gonna see how it works. If the stream becomes like unmanageable, then it's gonna be an issue. But for now, we're gonna keep it like this. We're also in the base, which, to be fair, is the place in the game with that requires the most resources. My CPU, I really want to upgrade it. The first thing I want to upgrade on my computer, the first, like, big purchase I want to make, like, when I have the money for it, is I'm going to get a new motherboard and a new CPU and some more RAM. Because I'm at 16 gigabytes of RAM. And if you're doing, like, playing a video game, you're in a Discord call, you're watching a YouTube video, sometimes 16 gig of RAM isn't enough. It's gonna cost about $500 for what I've looked at. Now, by the time I buy it, the products, like the components, probably have dropped in price a bit. Okay. You go and fix servers? Right. Why did you go that way? She's gonna go fix servers. During nighttime, we're getting close to the Terminator event, which might just annihilate my frames. Oh, we should sell the human body parts. As we get closer and closer to the Terminator event, we're gonna have more and more UFOs passing overhead that disables our Kerfers. So I don't want her outside during the nighttime. Burger is... Oh, I'm not at essentials. I was like, burger in essentials? Yeah, I hope so. I don't want her to be outside. Why is the world shaking? Oh, that's just me being sleepy. I saw the computer monitor shake. I was like, why are we dying? That's not X energy. Okay, that actually does give a lot of stamina, despite not being the energy drink. There we go. You know, you can get Coke that's like sugar-free. You can get like a lot of drinks like decaffeinated or like less caffeine. Someone made a drink that's like more sugar, more caffeine. Like if someone made like a like a Monster Energy that's like double the sugar, double the caffeine. Like a Monster Energy that just fucking kills you. Now that I think about it, they actually did. You guys remember the Panera lemonade? Back, oh fuck, there are more body parts. Back a couple of years ago, was this place called, in the US, was called Panera. They sold a lemonade that had caffeine in it. And apparently that drink had so much caffeine in it that you could die of a caffeine overdose from drinking it. And I think a couple people did. Maybe that is what... Maybe that is why my idea... It isn't something we should follow up on. Also, you could just get like double espresso. It's something I always wondered. If I go to a coffee shop and I ask for espresso, it's one shot. I get a shot of espresso. If I go to a coffee shop and I ask for like any kind of coffee, like if I ask for a frap or like a cappuccino, that's just a shot of espresso plus like milk and other kinds of things, right? Other stuff. Hopefully drinkable stuff. But like, I can get a double. I can say like I want I want double espresso. And that's like a normal thing to do. If I go to a coffee shop and I'm like, can I have an espresso? But I want it to be like the whole glass. Are they gonna give that to me? I think they should. Like if I go to a we don't need to carry this all the way. Like if I go to a coffee shop, I should be able to order like a full-size like venti cup that is 100% espresso. Is it gonna be one of the worst things I've ever drank? Yes. Is it gonna be way too much caffeine for one person? Yeah, it's gonna be like 3 weeks worth of caffeine in like every sip. I still think I should be able to. The last time I went to a no, that's not actually true. The second to last time I went to a coffee shop, I went to a Starbucks. And I said I wanted a caramel frap. And when I was getting my drink, there was a lot of noise. There was a lot of people talking, so I couldn't really, like, hear too well. I just heard them say, like, my name, and then they said caramel, blah, blah, blah. So I grabbed the drink, and I walked home, and I didn't take a sip of it before I got home. How did this happen? Because you weren't under there when I parked the car. You put yourself under my ATV. Oh, hello, Alakisha. This is like an insurance scam. You got underneath my vehicle. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. You put yourself underneath my vehicle. There we go. I keep fucking pressing C instead of control. I've been playing Daisy off stream, so I'm kind of weird with it. We are in shock. Am I fucking bleeding? I crouched on the ground too hard and I started bleeding. This is off to a awfully good start. I've been playing Daisy off stream and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Even though I've died twice instantly and my current character is like 2 seconds away from dying, bleeding out in a military base surrounded by zombies, I'm still having a good time. I've gotten very used to pressing C for crouching and holding down C for... By the way, they've stopped sending me food. And holding down C for going prone. You can't really go prone in this game, but still messing up the crouching. Which is bad, because in Voices of the Void, if you press C... It's not crouching. C is ragdoll. You're crouched and you press C. You could launch yourself. Okay, Alakisha. Come over here. You idle. We're gonna need to take a look at this. Why is VTube Studio using so much CPU? It never did this before. Like, VTube Studio never, ever used this much CPU. Do you have something else that's using, like, a button? No, there's nothing else using CPU. It's this game, and it's OBS Studio, and it's VTube Studio. Why is it bullying my CPU? What happens if you do 0 render distance? 1 render distance, turn down everything by another step. All of this just because I finally wanted to play with my avatar again. Shadow distance, like 0.4. Drop the upscaling is pure GPU though, no? This, welcome to the Tuesday stream where Fresno looked at graphic settings for 3 hours. I feel like nothing changed at all. But that might be the problem. It might be that it doesn't, like, actually load the changes. We might need to, like, worst case scenario, restart the game. I'm gonna sort out these human body parts, because, like, nothing scary gonna happen while I do it. Then I'm gonna reload the save. Some of these can be eaten. I'm not too interested in doing that. Did some cannibalism last stream. I don't want to make, like, a habit of it. I like how some of these are called body parts. Aren't all of them body parts? That was less than the half of the box. Be able to fit everything in here. There we go. I wonder if you look through this, if it's like all the things you would need for a person, or if it's like 2 left arms. Remember in the old Mortal Kombat days, if you did a fatality that made the opponent like explode into a bunch of bones? Yeah, we couldn't fit all of it. We can eat this. I don't think we should. I don't think it's smart to leave like human flesh outside of where you live. I don't think that's, shall we say, advisable. If a bear shows up, smells that there's meat here, bear walks over, that you kind of don't want that right outside your house. Especially don't want it to be eating human food. I'm assuming Dr. Kell is human. I think we're gonna be fine. I think the aliens in this game that don't eat human flesh, I don't think they're gonna be convinced by that. And I think the aliens in this game that do eat human flesh, they were gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna send this off. I have no idea how much money this is gonna be. There we go. And then I'm gonna load the save. I'm not sure if the drone gets saved. Does it reset drone position when you do that? No, I don't think so, because we got the drone at the start of the stream. Boba! I drank some water. She's playing Valorant. She's playing Valo. She's shooting people in the head in... I'm not actually sure where Valorant takes place. I know there's a map that's in Venice. You're like floating in the sky. I think there's a map that is... Siberia? I'm not sure. I don't remember where the maps are in Valo. Ah, Boba. Duo bundle? I don't want to spend money on Valorant. I want to save money. Oh, she didn't like that. She didn't. She's being cute. She pouting. You want to see this? Did we not fucking save? Am I stupid? Aww. But you did say you wanted to play Fortnite with my friend. I visited a friend of mine. We're both like 28 years old. He was like, I kind of want to play Fortnite. By the way, this is probably the worst start to a stream I've ever fucking had. The settings were wrong. We turned all of them down. The game is still kind of running on a low FPS. We forgot to fucking save the game. So all we did so far this stream has been like for nothing. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not dealing with the fucking body parts again. They can just stay. I forgot to save. Okay, listen, new deal. I'm just gonna do signal. I'm staying here. I'm not moving. We're not doing anything this stream. This entire stream is gonna be me looking for signals, aka doing my freaking job. Are we gonna sell any signals? Are we gonna send any in to be like actually research? No. We're gonna put them on freaking 50-year-old hard drives. I'm not sure if there's a floppy disk in this or if there's anything inside this at all. If it's just solid state or whatever. I'm gonna put signals from space in these. They're gonna sit right here. We're not gonna send them in. No scientist is gonna analyze them, and we're gonna be happy doing it. I've been live for 30 minutes and I'm crashing out. Okay. Okay, everything going wrong today. Yesterday, I was like, I want to save money, so I'm gonna have rice for lunch. So I went to my rice cooker and I put in a cup of rice and I turned that shit on. Because it like finishes by the time I wake up. I woke up, I grabbed my rice, and I was like, oh shit, I don't have anything to put with the rice. I was out of meat and like anything that I could think of to put in the rice. I didn't have it. I was out of it. So I just ate rice. I put some paprika powder, a little bit of salt, which in hindsight was a bad idea. The salt did not taste good on the rice. I just put like some spices and shit. That scared me. On the rice, and then I just was kind of like, guess this is lunch now. I'm eating plain rice for lunch. I was gonna say the rice is as white as my avatar, but to be fair, it did have some paprika powder on it. I was considering just putting like 1,000,000,000 tons of like basil and paprika powder, garlic powder, but that's where your lanyard went. But like at some point I was like, I'm just gonna eat the fucking rice. So the day after the stream, I'm gonna go buy tuna. I'm gonna go buy tuna so I can put it on my rice. Used to be a good couple of years ago. This was back when I lived on my parents' place. Oh my god, the render distance is like nothing right now. I kind of want to see what the map looks like with this render distance. FPS is better though. There we go. Come on. Come on. I lived at my parents' house. Free food, naked servers, false advertising, restaurant, Fresno channel. The foot. I get the false advertising joke, but this is not a restaurant. This is a Twitch stream. How you doing, Blackbird? I was just about to tell you of my fucked up diet from when I lived with my parents. Breakfast, rice and tuna. Lunch, rice and tuna. Dinner, chicken, noodles, and vegetables. I ate that every single day for over a year. I got in really good shape. Like, I worked out while doing it. I got in like the best shape of my life. Why can't I grab this no more? There we go. Okay, I'm not sure where we keep dropping this. No. There we go. I got in like the best shape of my life, but I can't fucking believe I had that diet for like a year. I was like 5'10". I have no idea how many pounds. 60 kilograms. 5'10", 120 pounds, something like that. I had like visible abs. I just got done with my tandoori chicken. I want some tandoori chicken. I love Indian food. It's really good. I don't like the butter chicken, but I do really like what's it called, chutney. What is the lamb? There's like a lamb dish. No, or like a way of preparing lamb meat. That's Indian. That's like we should bring the broom in here. That's like how do you say this? Like a very tender way of. This time you didn't hide under my car. Of preparing lamb that I really, really like. With this like amazing sauce, but I have no idea what it's called. It might just be lamb tandoori. Tuna sushi. Okay, yeah, tuna tastes good on sushi, yes, but I did not make like sushi rice. I put white rice in my rice cooker, and then the machine with no human soul, no sentient input. It was basically AI generated rice. And the tuna wasn't like sashimi, like a really well-made tuna like you get in sushi. No, the tuna was just fucking crushed up fish. Like a paste of tuna.
Yeah.
There you go. You got your lanyard back. She should be done fixing the servers any minute now. I'm just gonna put her to idle, then I'm gonna place the table. The furry named Not Telling. Welcome back. How you doing? What's that banana next to your name? How do you get the banana? Doesn't sound like the worst food, but every day is scary. I mean, I got used to it, which I think is a... I don't think that's good. But I was in the best shape of my life. That was legit. I was in better shape then than I was when I was in the military. Because every day, that's what I ate. And also, I went to the gym 3 days a week doing PPL. Okay, this is not working at all. I went to the gym 3 days a week doing a PPL routine. And then I also... maybe I should do it like this. You stop flipping the fucking table? Okay, maybe we should like try to sweep the top of it. Ah! What if we crouch? Nope, that did not help at all. also like frequently do like 10-kilometer jogs around the peninsula where my parents live. And I would like hang out with my friends and we would like go hiking together. I was in really good shape, like physically and mentally. What's up, Lil Ghost Man? How we doing right now? No Name Billy, welcome in. I am back. I got my ghost back. There was a long time where there was no ghost, but now the ghost is returned and I'm pissed. Why is this so hard to get into place? Why do you flip over so much? When this thing is like laying with upside down, it's impossible to flip it. It's so hard to do it. When this thing is like right side up, it just flips by itself. How does this work? What if we do it like this? This might be the key. Might. I said might. By the way, should there be like a photosensitive warning in here? Considering the lights? That was the trick. That was the trick that broke the camel's back. Okay, now we put down the chairs. I'm not sure I'm gonna put the wine in here, because wine is more for like a fine establishment. This is like a disco nightclub. Like this is, you don't go here to like have a nice time, you go here to get fucked up. Is it playing? This song starts so quietly. Are you the guy who had like shit internet and we played Voices of the Void with Chaos mod? That was not me. I'm the guy with the shit CPU that beat Fallout New Vegas with 1 HP. Or are you trying to make a torture chamber? No, I'm trying to make a disco. I'm kind of trying to make a disco and like raise my daughter to be a respectable member of society. Thank you for the gnome. Furry. Okay, we're gonna put the wine and the car keys in the break room. The game auto-saved when you did the mustache mode. And for like 1 second, I thought the mustache mode broke the game. I want this to be like a more prim and proper room. We might want to turn off the light and then do candlelight in there. I think that would be good. We do have a lighter, 97 uses. Thank you for the mustache mode. Okay. Turn on you. How does this look? See, the weird thing is this room gets darker when the sun goes down, even though there's no logical sense to that. Like, why would this room get darker when the sun goes down? There's no windows. You finished the game before, right? I beat this game in 0.6 and 0.7. I have not beaten it in 0.8, so I don't know what, like, the new end game events are. So don't spoil those. If it's new in 0.8, don't spoil it. I forgot we had a human fucking heart. I don't know where we got that. Okay. What if we put balloons? What if we put balloons in the disc? I got an idea. Okay, but first, are you downloaded? Yes. New signal. Holy shit. It's been a long time. What do you sound like? I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. But we do have a drive. Put you in. I'm playing fast and loose with this. Don't worry, or do worry. The room may be absorbing the darkness from the building. What the what is it? You are a man beyond sight. This is 8.2b, right? Yes, this is the newest update. The very newest one. The graphics are kind of shit today because for some reason VTube Studio is using 1 million pounds of... That's scary. He's using 1 million pounds of CPU. We need more nails, but what I was thinking... We do like that, and then we do one there, and one there, one there, and one there. And this can be like where the birthday boys and girls hang out. I do have the funny setting, and I'm pretty sure we're close to fighting the Terminator. Because we got the UFO flybys, and I think that is what makes the Terminator show up. We have a meatball and garbage bag. We have Eerie. We have Eerie. I don't know where she is. She's somewhere on the map. She kind of moves by herself. There she is. We got Eerie. We should clean this place up. This is... like, I never go here, though, is the deal. I could make this into, like, a gaming room? I'm not sure. I kind of want to make this, like, a panic room. It's like, what kind of... Rufus is not going to make it up there. We need the unalive one. The one who is sitting. The unalive one. This guy? By the way, I don't get monetized on YouTube. You can say dead. You don't have to say unalive. I don't get monetized on YouTube. So you can say unalived. It's okay. We have another nail. Okay, wait, if we have 2 nails, there's something I want to try. So what if we just... It's a new signal. What if we just did one in the middle? The one you get for, like, the inanimate. But that is the one we have. I thought these despawn. Wait, can I just... No. I got a very dumb idea. Save, because this might, like, explode the save file. Just do it again? Do Eerie again? Get a second Eerie? Well, we gotta get a meatball. Which I don't know how we're gonna get. Okay. We can fill this entire place with balloons. Having the roof covered in balloons would be nice. The problem is they despawn when we reload the save, so this should be the last thing we do. Yeah, we used the one at Transformers 2. That's how we got the Eerie. Can we craft these into meatballs? I'm not sure. I know there is more than one meatball, but I don't know where to get the other ones. We're at day 41. What was this one? It was recycled. Do we hear the disco all the way up here? We do. Oh my god. We're at day 41. Okay, let's see what the new signal is. Eclipsed moon? Moon eclipse? Oh, right, the boars. We haven't met any boars yet. I think they lowered the spawn rate of the boars, which is good. That is something they should do, and I think they did it because we haven't seen one. I forgot. Those guys drop a lot of meat. I'm not sure I want to kill the boar, though. I might want to just put them in timeout instead of murdering them. Because they are kind of annoying to kill. Okay, this is a new signal. It's kind of huge. We don't get too many new signals nowadays. I am going to try eating one of these cans. I'm going to eat one of the ones that looks the most fucked up. That does not look edible, but I am gonna try. Just to see if, like, our emergency food works. Sounds like just another annoying neighbor. The boars? What do you mean it's not like they try to kill you? And we're talking about killing them. How fucking annoyed are you at your neighbors? I do have extreme combat on. Because it's tomorrow that the... Good shit, this is good food. I was scared it was going to be like Day C where the mystery food is poison. Tomorrow is the robot. We have the fire suit. We have pretty much nothing else, I gotta be honest with you. Oh, the disco! Yeah, it kind of does. We have the axe. We have the pickaxe. I'm not sure which one of those is gonna be better for the robot. I think they nerfed the robot. Hope they did. And I hope they gave like a use to the drops. Because right now, you like in 0.7, you didn't get anything for killing the robot. That is good info. Don't tell me more about the story event, but knowing that it happens on day 47 is good. If we can get nails from here. I would see a wrong type of nail. I'm supposed to be looking at signals, and I keep walking out of base for some godforsaken reason. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take one last look on the settings, because there's probably something here that I don't fully understand. Wait, hide player model. Healing lamp. Keep window. What if I just did this? Turning down the... Why am I auto... Why was I auto? Okay, that doesn't stop the shadow, which is what I want. It's downloaded. What is... I'm gonna need a drive for that. I don't want to use any of the drives we have. Stop. You. Export. This is new. This one's new. We have looked at the settings quite a couple of times. I'm not sure what's happening. For some reason, VTube Studio is using an insane amount of CPU right now. I don't know if they changed anything in the newest settings, but like VTube Studio is hogging the CPU for some fucking reason. And I don't know why. What CPU do you have anyways? i7 7800. Is that an old CPU? It's not good. I want to upgrade it, but I kind of need money to upgrade it. And I have other stuff I need to buy. The lucky thing is that upgrading a CPU is pretty cheap. The problem is if I want to upgrade my CPU, I also have to get a new motherboard. And at that point, I'm just going to get an AMD. Like I found a pretty good upgrade pack that was about $500 US that had a AMD CPU that is over twice as good as my current CPU. It's gonna be really nice. Because my current CPU is what's holding me back. I got a 2080 RTX Ti. I recommend a full AMD build under 1,000 bucks. See, the deal is I got a 2080 Ti RTX, whatever, the best 2080. I do not need to upgrade my video card. Every game I'm playing, max graphics settings, it handles it. It just does. Unreal Engine 5 games, never an issue with the GPU. Never an issue with the GPU. It's only the CPU. By the way, this signal has the exact same polarity and frequency as the last one. How much VRAM does it have? It has like 16 gigabytes. I got the version of it that has like extra VRAM. It has way more VRAM than I need. I have had troubles with too little RAM in general. Because I only have 16 gigs of regular RAM. I have part two. Oh, this might be portal. This might be gravity gun. Oh wait, that's just a normal satellite. That's not gravity gun. I have portioned, you know, my hard drives to use those as RAM, but I only have 16 gigs of RAM. Which, if you're playing a video game, 16 gigs is more than enough. But if you're me, and you're on a Twitch call with your fiance 24/7, and you're watching YouTube videos 24/7, and you're playing video games 24/7, then 16 gigs start to get a little not enough. So, because I noticed in Monster Hunter Wilds, I can run that game on max graphics. My 2080 Ti handles it. But if I'm gonna... It does not like my CPU and it does not like my RAM. So I'm gonna buy a new motherboard, an AMD motherboard. I'm gonna buy an AMD CPU. And I'm gonna buy a... I'm gonna buy RAM. Now, I don't remember if it's still like this. Oh my god, that signal was negative size. It's already downloaded. But this is an old signal. We've had this before. This is not a new signal. We're making another PC with a full AMD build for like recording. That is if you can stream on the streaming PC and game on the gaming PC. Here's the thing. I actually have a gaming laptop. I have been considering doing a double setup. Where I do streaming on the I do the gameplay on the desktop and the streaming on the laptop. That is something I have considered doing. I want to learn how to do that and then set that up. But for now, the first thing I'm gonna do when I can afford it, which is it's gonna be months, is I'm gonna buy a new CPU. And I only have a laptop with shitty specs. I know how that feels. But I spent so many years of my life having to game on like a fucking ass laptop. Having to game on like absolutely terrible specs, terrible hardware. But here's the thing about RAM. Because back in the day, battery will last 2 hours. Wait, you're not using it plugged in? What the hell? That's like half your performance. And here are the specs. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not gonna be able to recognize the specs. I can't tell if you have good specs or bad specs by the name of the specs. But the deal is, like back in the day, I was told so many times. By the way, this might be causing a lot of CPU. I should put this in a box. Back in the day, the deal was, if you have RAM, and if you want more RAM, yeah, what was the biggest one? If you had RAM, and you wanted to get more RAM, what you had to do is you had to buy more RAM that is exactly the same as your previous RAM. If you had like one stick of RAM that was like DDR whatever and then whatever megahertz, if you wanted more RAM, you had to buy the exact same type of RAM stick. Nowadays, I don't think that's the case anymore. I think nowadays you have RAM slot 2 and 4 needs to be the same, and RAM slot 1 and 3 needs to be the same kind of RAM. But I think you can mix RAM. Thank God for modularity. Furry, do you know the answer to this? Is this true, what I just said? Is it okay to mix RAM nowadays? I mean, it also was back in the day that if you had AMD... excuse me, I had to burp. If you have AMD CPU back in the day, you had to have AMD GPU. If you had an Intel CPU, you had to have an NVIDIA GPU. No clue, but I assume you can. That's a very dangerous attitude to have. I don't know the answer, but this is the answer that would benefit me the most. I'm gonna assume that's true. Okay, but if I have like DDR4, 1500 megahertz, and DDR4, 2000 megahertz, can I mix those? Can you mix different speeds of the same megahertz? Sorry, can you mix different speeds of the same DDR? Also, why is there so much Dance Dance Revolution in RAM? Okay. This one's new? We'll use the lowest speed. I would say that if I buy... Use the lowest speed. Well, I'm still gonna... If I buy 16 gigs of RAM, at worst, I'm not gonna buy RAM that's slower than what I have. So I am gonna double my available RAM. It's all gonna be the same speed as the previous RAM, but whatever. 1500 megahertz? I don't think I have 1500 megahertz. I think I have DDR. I have HyperX, I think the RAM is called. It's... Oh, it's a mushroom. The RAM... Why am I going this way? The RAM is DDR4 2400 megahertz, I think? I'm not sure. I don't know. You know, I just realized the glow stick is probably causing a lot of the CPU usage. Because that's a physics object that is like shining light on other physics objects. This is 8000 space. Oh my god. 8,000 storage space in this one. I should have bought one of these ages ago. Is this box breakable? You guys know if you have a Minecraft chest with like, it's full of torch stacks, if you break it, every torch drops individually. You can like crash a server doing that. I feel like that's gonna happen to me if something breaks this box. It's better to have RAM with the same clock speed. I'm not sure if I can still buy a RAM with my exact clock speed. I might just get like faster RAM. It would be crazy. Like, I saw a YouTube video that was about the Minecraft server 2B2T. And they mentioned how they could crash the server by putting in like full stacks of torches in chests and then breaking the chests. And it would drop so many torches that everyone who was present would crash out of the server. And I think at one point in the server's lifespan, that also like auto-banned you. If you were in the same chunk, you got chunk banned. Okay. Gotta be honest, I don't think this is doing much, but if I had to guess, the glow stick is probably fucking up the FPS quite a bit. Because it's a physics object hanging from the ceiling. It's shooting light. The light color changing shouldn't have any performance issues. It's like constantly changing angles, and the balloons are physics objects, and a lot of stuff happening there. It looks like we're gonna be able to store all of this. You know what's a fucking scam? Each of these scraps sell for 1. It's like not profitable at all to sell the scrap. I think it's really weird. Okay, that didn't change. Oh my god, this is the best way of moving items. You can carry this, and it has 8,000 storage space. That's crazy. Anyway, Ghost may have to go now. Goodbye, No Name Billy. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm back from walking doggo. We have rare sunlight here, and I wanted to enjoy it. We've had a lot of sunlight lately. I'm happy you got some too. What breed of dog is it, Sonic? That seemed to have improved the FPS by quite a bit. Okay, we can pop these. All of these are physics objects that is constantly trying to do stuff. The music is really loud. Could use the pipe. Okay, you know what? We could use the pipe bomb to like instantly clear this, but I made this pipe bomb for fossil hounds. I'm not gonna use it until I fight a fossil hound or maybe the Terminator. Bet you would get more money from selling your own flesh instead of the scrap. Hold on a second. We have the sacrificial knife. We can cut flesh from our body and sell it. And then use the Lambert to regen the health. Hold on a second. Hold on. This might be a great business decision. A Cocker Spaniel. Oh. I like dogs. On Sunday, I visited my friend. And he just got a kitty. He just got a kitty. It's a Siberian kitty, and it's... Oh, wait, I have extra paper trash. It's a Siberian kitty, and it's a very nice kitty, but it's like a teenage kitty. So it doesn't want to, like, snuggle or anything. It just kind of wants to sleep on the kitchen table chairs. Keep it down low. We don't want the dev finding out. I find an infinite money glitch. There are infinite money techniques in this game. The thing is, they're just very slow. Like, this is infinite money. This thing literally gives me money for free. I don't pay for the electricity here. The only thing is, it's a little bit slow, you could say. I'm gonna take a look at the cameras to see if something's happening. We haven't seen a single pig, which I'm happy for, because I think the pigs are annoying. They saved the names! Okay, that's huge. No gravity gun. Should point the camera like this, because we might see the anti-breather. Tower. That. Door cam looks good. Windmill, good. Windmill 180 degrees looks good. And Alokisha's just chilling. Okay, everything looks nice. I mean, the game does not look nice because we turned down the graphics. Normally, this game looks amazing, and it just looks better and better every update, but... Alright, this thing didn't have anything cool on it. It was just a new signal. I don't think this is new. The VTube Studio is using so much CPU. There's a Minecraft seed that has a creepy smile somehow naturally generated. Can you give me, like, what I need to put into Google to see this smile? Because if I Google Minecraft seed creepy smile, I'm gonna get 1,000,000 results that aren't relevant at all. Can you give me, like, what I need to type into Google to have this be the first result on Google Images? I did hear they found a Minecraft seed that is literally unwinnable. Like, the end portal just does not work. What's that noise? It's like a bee in my ear. I can just paste the seed. If I Google that, is it gonna give me the smile? So I'm not gonna generate a Minecraft world right now. I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna paste it into Google, and I'm gonna see what I get. Probably get like a YouTube recommended that is like, we found the creepiest Minecraft seed of all time. You know what? Maybe they're right. I thought that was the power. I haven't checked the Transformers in so long. Okay, when we wake up, I'm checking the Transformers. It's a Firefly. Drone. I think it's either gonna be now at 3 a.m. or it's gonna be tomorrow at 3 a.m. We're gonna get the Terminator. Okay, hold on. Let me paste this. Grab the Minecraft seed. Type it into Google. My seed has a creepy face. This was posted 2 years ago on Reddit. That is a creepy face. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you search on Google, my seed has a creepy face. It's the Reddit thread. Gotta be honest, I was told it was a Minecraft seed with a creepy face, creepy smile. It was. That's not false advertising. That's literally the truth. Firefly. Okay. Was that the Terminator? Fuck. What's that? Something down here. What is that? What is that thing? Okay, that's normal. There's something down here. There's a firefly, right? Is that a firefly? I think that's a firefly. Something down in the woods there. That might have been the robot spawn, but we should have seen it over here. Like, there should have been a UFO up there. Nothing outside. No one at the door. The door is unlocked. There's no gravity gun either. It was me? How you make that big a smash? Macoolio! Holy shit, it's been a while. How you doing? See, it's been becoming popular with edits of it disappearing when the player sets their game to peaceful mode. Of course, this doesn't actually happen. But that is really funny. Smashing is my culture. I thought it was Sonic first because blue name and VIP. I didn't see it with you. That's the anti-breeder. Right there. That's the anti-breeder. That... It's moving very... It might just be a moving tree. Might just be a moving tree. And it's pretty close to the top of the hill. I'm gonna go lock the door. How you doing, Macoolio? What you been up to lately? I don't remember the last time we talked. I have been streaming without the Fresno avatar for like over a month, so you chose a good time to come back.
Flipped a whole brick into an empire. Stop playing with me.
That would have been so cool if that was Macoolio who redeemed that, because then he could be like, that's what I've done. Thank you for the Dracula Kid Robo Man. Okay, so it's over here, which is now like the worst place to look. There's something happening. I'm gonna adjust that one like this. Down here, there's something, and it might just... Most likely just a moving tree because it's so slow. Shit, that might be in the tunnel. Hold on. I have to go check. That might be inside the tunnel. I've gotten a job, so I've been working. I have also been working. Macoolio, what kind of job? Last time we talked, you had like the... Not kindergarten teacher, but like you worked with... It was like an assistant teacher? I forget what it was. What's your new job? By the way, this render distance is pay. Wintry, thank you for the Catboy. I'm trying so hard not to be like, hey, Wintry, where's Tundra? Because I don't want to like... I don't want to like feel like I'm pressuring people to watch the stream. But it's so weird having only one of you. Nah, I've been working. Okay. There's the tunnel. This might be inside the tunnel. Tundra's asleep? God bless him. Unbelievably based. Personal assistant, student assistant. Now I work at a kitchen assisting 2 special eds with baking and stuff. Yo! I have a cousin. That's, special. Well, he's not... what do you call... This might be an offensive question, and I'm sorry if it comes across like that. What do you call people who graduate special ed? Because my cousin was special ed, and then he graduated, so he's not in education anymore. Is that still special ed, or is that something different? But he works in a kitchen now, at an old folks home. That's kind of cool. That's like a morally positive job, too. He's just Ed now. It would be so cool if that was his name. Wob? What is Wob? Does the tunnel look different? I Why do I feel like the tunnel looks different? Why am I scared? Why am I high-key scared? What is this? This is the tunnel, gamer. There's no ladies here. We're gonna die. How you doing, Lulu? Maybe I'll be able to see something now that the graphic settings are all the way down. I don't really know, but I think it's like special class or something. And the point was, that's like a morally positive job. Like, you have some jobs that are like morally compromised. Like if you're the dude that like kicks people out of their homes because they couldn't pay rent, that's like a morally compromised job. If you're like the if you're like a mailman, actually mailman is a morally good job. If you're like a fucking, what's a morally neutral job? Because if you're like working with people who are special needs, that's a morally good job. Like, your job is inherently moral. Like, if you're a doctor, morally good job. That doesn't mean you can't be a morally bad doctor. It just means doctor, you get a buff. But, like, you can still, if you're a doctor and a serial killer, you're not moral. Just chilling. It's mostly terrible timing, so Sandra's sleep schedule always gets fucked up around the time you stream lately. Listen. Tundra does whatever they want to do. You don't have an obligation to watch the stream. If you want to watch and I'm live, do whatever you want. If you don't want to watch, do whatever you want. I think it's funny that you two always show up like as a pair. Mortician. I think a mortician is a morally good job because you're like helping the grieving family. Maybe Saturday. But if you're a ghost, being a ghost is not a job, it's a lifestyle. Y'all ever watch Severance? When I was at my friend's house petting like his new kitty cat, he did tell me that Severance is pretty good. In my head, I thought Severance was about like people working in an office, and then it just gets more and more surreal. Like, it starts out looking realistic, and then it just gets weirder and weirder. And then my friend told me Severance is like the one episode of Rick and Morty where they go to sleep. That, like, Severance is people, like, when they go to work, they turn off. And then when they finish work, they turn on again. But the thing is, when they turn on, they're like second personality. The work personality turns on. And that personality only experiences work, also known as hell. I've heard pretty good things about Severance. It's low on the watch list, but it's there. Happy May the 6th. Long live and prosper? Live long and prosper? Okay, now there's a bunch of stuff over there. I'm flying the drone there. Is this a... I almost said Cthulhu. Is this a Star Trek reference? Because Live Long and Prosper is Star Trek. But, what does Star Trek have to do with May 6th? Is May 6th, like, Enterprise Day? Like, is that Starfleet Day on May 6th? Star Wars, Star Trek? Star Wars is May the 4th. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff over here. It might be the pigs. It might be the pigs finally spawned. Well, I thought the pigs spawned on this side of the hills. Star Wars is all of May? Why does Star Wars get a whole month? But Star Wars gets a whole month? Breaking Bad doesn't even get a freaking hour. How do you get this much progress when new updates drop? Wait, what do you mean? When a new update drops, I replay the entire game. So we should be using... Oh my god, IR is terrible? Why is the infrared so bad on this? I didn't know it's just that way. Star Wars is May 4th. May the 4th sounds like May the 4th. I know that. What's that? What is that? The anti-breeder stuck in a tree? It disappeared? You can't just show me like a fucking white ghost phantom and then have it teleport away when I get close to it. Okay, get this thing up in the air so it doesn't get There's another thing. There's another thing. There's some yellow to the left. I think that's just a street light. The fuck was that? The thing is like noped out. Listen, I get Star Wars can get made to Ford, okay? It's a generational movie series. But like a whole month? Star Wars is good, but is that the anti-breeder? That's a pig. That's a pig. Okay. What happens if we just fucking charge it? We miss. We miss is what happens. I'm not sure what it's doing, just like turning around, but... Can we kill it like this? Because the pig seems to take a lot of physics damage. So the pigs did start spawning. Hopefully it's just like one pig. Previous update had too many of them. Bro gone? Bro, that shit was actually... It's back. It's back. I see it. What is that? This is like some of the scariest shit I've ever seen in the game. Just a white light. I'm gonna charge it, see if we can get a good look at it. And it goes away! Wait, does it come back if I go back? This might just be an LOD thing. This might just be LOD. Look at that. There's nothing in front of the drone. Okay, there's something up on the hill next to the drone. That's probably a moving tree. There's nothing in front of the drone. This might just be an LOD thing. Like, this is the low quality model of the thing. Until we get close. It might just be like a piece of the ground that has like weird lighting on it. It's sort of something that could be an item in this game, a remote controlled car with a camera. That would actually be pretty sick to have as like a prequel to the drone. That would actually be really cool. Okay, there's something up here. Is that another fucking pig? 2 pigs! They both spawned in the valley. I guess I should be happy. Like, spawning over here is way better for me than if they spawn anywhere else. Okay, the light is still there. But it goes away if we get close. I'm gonna get as close as possible, and maybe in the daylight we can see it better. So I don't think that's an actual entity. Like, I legit think this is just like an LOD thing. They should add eagle stratagems. It would be so peak. They should have a 500 kilogram bomb. Next time we get the Devon shot, I'm gonna suggest that. It's right here. It's right here. Oh, wait, there is something here. What is that? Is it just a graphic on the ground, or? My mouse sensitivity is fucked up for a little bit. Okay, the drone is 36367. 36367. Smoke the scary space aliens. Do I not have a mega map? Should be able to find the drone anyway. We might get harassed by the pigs. That's gonna suck, but like at some point we're gonna have to deal with them. Before that though, I am gonna check the transformer. ER check. Well, it is where we're going. There's a pig right next to the transformer, so I guess we're gonna have to kill it. Ari roll putting their hand on my shoulder. I think we're gonna have to kill this one, Cal. Oh man. Okay, let's go murder a pig. Pick up the drone on the way. I wish the drone had more battery power. They're gonna add in the next update, like, upgrades for the ATV. It would be nice if they had upgrades for the drone. I think the drone could use, like, a battery power upgrade and, like, zoom function on the camera, maybe? I'm not sure how you would do that with the UI, but just something. And I like the idea of the RC car. If it was like, you can buy the RC car and you can just attach a camera to it, that would be pretty cool. And then you could get the drone, but have the drone be way more expensive. Like, if you could get a camera, let's say the RC car was just free on the base somewhere, and then the camera, the best camera is only 120. What if we attach a camera to the drone? Okay. There's the deal. There's a drone somewhere here. And there's a pig somewhere here. It's two pigs, actually. We have to find the drone and avoid the pig. And they're further this way. Because it's beyond this satellite. Pig is still over there. It hasn't aggroed on us. I have no idea how long aggro range they have. Is it like right up here? Is this not where I parked the drone? Could be a crafting option to combine the camera and a car. That would be nice. I like that suggestion. I hear the pig. Yeah, we're too close to save. That one isn't aggro on us. That one's moved. Just scary. What the hell is the drone? Isn't the drone right here? And the pig can't do anything with the drone. The pigs are killable. They're not difficult to kill. It's just kind of annoying the way they work. Sometimes they just get themselves stuck and take like 1,000,000 physics damage in 1 second and die. That's kind of nice. You can put the pigs in timeout, but I didn't bring a garbage can. Oh my god, that scared me. The mustache, the mustache cat boy scared me. There's the drone. Okay, I think the white glow was just like an LOD. Either it was an actual phantom, or it was some LOD thingy. Because there's nothing here. Okay, we're gonna leave the drone here for now. Put it like that. We're gonna come back to it later. Where's the piggy? We might as well kill one of them while we're here. Then we can do like second Eerie, which is apparently something we can do. We get the... I hear it, but I don't see it. It would be nice if we could hit the generator before we fight the piggy. I don't want to lose power during the fight. Like, honestly, the worst part of losing power is you have to go to base, you have to flick every light switch. You have to go to every light switch, turn it off and on. I don't like that. That is the worst part of losing electricity. This place does have a garbage can, so we can deal with the pig that way, but that doesn't kill it. Also gonna remember to explode when they die. Might be able to lock it inside a transformer, but I think if the pig explodes, that destroys the transformer. Which means I have to go and flick every single light switch. It's kind of the #1 thing I want to avoid. There you are! Hello, Porky. Ow! Am I fucking bleeding? I don't like how everything seems to make you bleed in this game. You know, I should have put on some good music before I did this. Should have put on like some Thunder Force Metal Squad. Should have put on like the Skyrim theme song. Okay, new strategy. Chirping birds is not the music I expected while fighting a pig. Okay. This guy has better mobility than us, so we're gonna fight him at a place where he can't use his mobility. What is that? That's a pig with rocket legs. Back in the day on Twitch, we used to call this jet pork. So the good news with the pig is that he takes physics damage. If he hits something too fast, that hurts him. The bad part is he hits us very fast. Wait, can you just... Oh, he's just running into the walls and dying. If I could, like, hit him when he passes by, that's gonna let us kill him so much faster. I do feel kind of bad for it when it's just, like, bumping into things and, like... That's... Fuck, if we die, we get sent back so far. PETA would absolutely obliterate the aliens that did that. I think the pig is the alien, though. Like, I think the deal here is that the piggy is the alien. Do you make it in here? You could just let him, like, physics damage himself to death. Because every time he bleeds, that's him taking damage. Doesn't seem to be doing too much of that anymore. I had to fight like 3 of these guys on a previous save. Oh fuck, why did I let him like leave? We should have brought Lambert. Like if we're fighting stuff, we should always bring Lambert. Honestly, I think the pig is just gonna end up like taking care of himself. I don't feel like I have to do anything. I hope the bleeding is just a visual effect and not like continuous damage. I think the aliens kidnapped the pig and made it like that. Which aliens would this be? It's not Rosenthal's, because it's not pink, and Rosenthal's are all about that pink shit. It's not the Aura rolls, because they're like light blue coated? Why is that in my head that they're light blue? I don't know which aliens are yellow. Yeah, this guy has a lot of HP. I might have buffed the HP on the piggy. By the way, I think this guy only shows up if you do funny setting. Also, when he dies, we have to run away because he explodes after death. Yeah, he's just kind of bonking himself to death. Which ones do stuff with the pit? I don't know what the pit is. Oh wait, do you mean the one up there? Because that's the Rosenthal's. Like the long hole is Rosenthal's. You can tell because it's pink. And that's like the Rosenthal's whole deal is the pink. And you get items from there that lets you make the Rosenthal Omega Curfer. Ain't played the game in a billion years. You should play this game, it's really good. Okay, this is getting... This is just taking a long time. I don't want to like charge this guy because if he kills us, we go back so far. But also, it feels like it's gonna take forever to just have him, like, die like this. He's taking damage. You see the blood? That means he's taking damage. I think this is only doing, like, 1 damage, and he has, like, 1,000 HP. Change the strategy. We get him stuck in the fence? I feel like we've done that before. I feel like we killed one. Oh, he's got pathfinding. I feel like we killed one of these guys for getting him stuck in the fence. I do like the little jump they do. Showing off some tricks. I don't like it when they jump to the side of the fence. How did we dodge that? It's a mannequin too? Not enough that there's a fucking pig, there's a mannequin as well. I do wish the mannequins were more dangerous. Like, in general, for this game, I'd say have there be less monsters, but have them be more dangerous. Every time he hits me, it sounds like he's ripping off my freaking arms. For a second, I thought that was the mannequin bleeding. What if we use the pipe bomb? I have this pipe bomb specifically for fossil hounds, but we don't ever fucking see any fossil hounds. We might just use it on this guy and then craft another pipe bomb later. I mean, we can afford it. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. I can lock him inside. I don't think he's gonna let me. Don't tell me this is the kind of game where they regain health when they lose aggro. That's gonna make me pretty mad. Okay. You can't close it. You can close this door. Come on. Come on. For a second there, I thought he died because he got stuck. Stop moving when they run out of health. Which I guess most things do. I was just gonna say, don't blow up the barrel. Okay, well, Generator, are you alive? Well, I mean, it worked. He's dead. Of more than one piece of meat out of that. Good job, barrel. I didn't know the smoke made shadows. Well, now we're gonna have to flip every fucking light switch. But, we got the meat, and that's what matters. So apparently, you can do the eerie Easter egg after you already have an eerie. Can't save. I think the other pig is nearby. We cannot do the same barrel trick on that guy. We can just run from him. Oh no, that's not the smoke. That's the power line. The power line. There. We're gonna run home, leave the ATV here for now. And then we're just gonna quickly try to fly the drone back. It might have lost all its power at this point, but we're still gonna try to get it back. Okay, sweet. We got the second piece of meat. Let's not fall too far and lose all this progress. Still can't save. What is the range on these pigs? The first time we met a pig was like right here. Like the last playthrough we did of this, we met a pig like right here. I was like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, no, I would like this game more if the enemies were rarer, but they were more dangerous. Also, I think it might be better if there were no boss fight music, but again, that could just be a settings thing. I feel like the boss fight music makes the fights more action and less horror. This game is a really good horror game, and I wanted to, like, focus on the horror aspects. We're gonna leave the meat right outside. I'm hoping this is a save and not a crash. It was a save. No, wait, it wasn't? Fuck, why did the game lag out? Don't tell me I'm not gonna be able to save until all the freaking pigs are dead. Oh, we gotta turn on the switches. Wait, do the pigs steal meat? You can't use the spotlight without base power? How does that make sense? No, we still have one meat. Wait, so if I did this, why does the spotlight turn off? This shit wireless. We only need to flip them once. That's better than what I feared, but preferred if we didn't need to flip them at all. It's kind of annoying having to go to every room and do this. Flip. Flip. This might be a Norway thing, but in Norway, it's normal to have the bathroom light switches outside the bathroom. I haven't seen this done anywhere except Norway. I don't know why we do it, but we do it. Completely normal to have the light switch for the bathroom be not in the bathroom. Like on the wall right outside. And flip, flip, flip. Hey, I'm kind of interested though in what this base was like when it was fully operational. Because like obviously this base used to have many people working on it. There's like many separate offices. There's a bunch of bunk beds. This base used to have a lot of people on it. I wonder what it was like then. I don't think we're ever gonna get to see it, but we can save. Okay, let's get the drone home. Let's get a signal. We still need life crystal. Not sure. I don't think there are any prerequisites to life crystal, but still feels really, really rare. Camera. Okay, the drone ran out of power. That's not a big deal. We know where it is. We can just go get it. Where's Alakisha? Did she go to meat prison? Fuck. Huh. Is this Evil Curfer boss fight time? I've had Evil Curfer spawn over here. Like, Isha, what are you doing? Why are you standing here? There's nothing here. But why'd you come out here? You're scaring me. I thought the Evil Curfer was gonna spawn. Wait, hold on. Fix. Do the pigs ignore Alakisha? The sentries killed Alakisha once when we played this. Hold on. Slowly. There we go. The sentries did kill her once. I'm hoping the pigs are gonna show mercy. We need a trash bag. We need a shovel. We have like 4 shovels. Trash bags cost like 1 credit each. Let's not have her camera up. That's gonna tank the frame rate. No, it's not trash. It's garbage. And it's in all. Harden hose is interesting. Left mouse button on the faucet. Where is the faucet? Wait, let's start the download, then we go look for the faucet. This is not a new signal, but that's never stopped me before. Okay. Slowly. Gently. What's the quote from Darkest Dungeon? Darkest Dungeon has like this amazing narrator in it. Who recently died, by the way, so, you know, rest in peace. He did an amazing job on the game. He has this line. If you kill someone with like poison or bleed, he has a line that's like, slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. And I can't do it in his voice, because he's got like a god tier voice. He's got like a 1 in a trillion voice. But that line, for some reason, like, it gives me like shivers when he says it. I don't know why. I think like when he says that line, that's like a stim. I gotta be honest, I'm not. Did it rain for 1 frame? I'm not really sure what stimming is, but when he says that line, I might have an idea what stimming is from when he says that line. No, I think stimming is when you yourself say the line. Right? Where's the faucet? Like, if you say something, that's stimming. And, someone else says something, then I think that's just cool. Shrimp burger. Does that mean I should give the Ari rolls a shrimp burger? I almost called them the Alakishas. I don't think there's a sprinkler on the main base. Or a faucet. There is a faucet in the upstairs bathroom. But, there's no faucet down here. Alright, chat, time for me to upgrade my steel furnace to electric ones with no robo port. Pray for me. You're playing Factorio. Right? This is Factorio posting, right? Because I remember... No, wait, steel furnaces? That would be the furnaces that make steel. That wouldn't be furnaces made of steel. Right? Do I remember anything from Factorio? I haven't played that game in years. I kind of fell off those kinds of factory games because I bought Satisfactory and I played like 2 hours of it, and then I like got tired of it because it like started feeling like a job, and that never really happens to me in video games, but it did happen in... Okay, that's not a faucet. It did happen with Satisfactory and with Factorio. And Infinifactory. So then again, Infinifactory is basically just coding. So that's a faucet, but it's... It says repair, but we can't interact with that. Do I used to hate logistic type games? See, you say used to hate. What changed? What was it that made you like into those kinds of games again? What was it that made you like become interested? Detroit Become Human. Okay, this is an old signal. I don't think there's gonna be anything relevant here. Any upgrades we want? Server stability doesn't matter because we have an Omega Curfer. Is she alive? Yeah. You can tell how concerned I am of a parent by the way I asked that question. The sensor thingy is good. Detector, we detect faster than we download, and we got max download speed. Sensor success rate, detector quality. You know what? Get detector quality. I want things to look good. Radar history doesn't matter. Breaker component time doesn't matter at all. We never touch that. Radar entity difference. Because we can do this. And let's just get that. And then we can toggle that to only be entities, right? Sound sources. So if we go SND toggle and then radar, I'm not sure what sonar is. I'm gonna keep that up. Radar, sonar, entity, alarm, detector, coordinates, computer, bus. Wait, hold on. Is this just turn the entire thing off? Radar types. Okay. So, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this on. I'm gonna keep this on and we're gonna see what happens. Is there anything here I want to look at? You said compass, ping the server. There's nothing here that really matters. I like that you can set the compass position to just be anything, but this playthrough we're not using it. That's Alakisha. I'm not sure why it's... Oh, because the green fades into blue. That might be another pig? How many fucking pigs are there? That's our cameras. That's the pig. That's the drone. That's the ATV. One day, we're gonna go check out what's happening with Evil Curfer. But, for now, I think we're fine having things the way they are. Okay. Probably nothing. I'm not really interested in refining a signal unless it's new. I'm gonna watch some other things, so have fun and have a good day. Thank you for the nice words, Kid Roboman. I hope you enjoyed the stream. But that is like the most anxiety-inducing way of saying that sentence. Because I was like, oh, they're gonna go watch another streamer. Fuck me, I guess. I know that's not the case. I know you don't mean it like that. It's just like, one time I watched a streamer. Can I see what changed? Okay, but what's new? It's red. Does that mean a new red entity? There's no new red entities. No, it's red because it went up. What is the new thing? Which one of these is new? This thing is just like anxiety inducing. Stop! That thing doesn't help. I'm turning that off temporarily. Sound, toggle, radar, and I think it's radar alarm? It's either radar alarm or radar entity. I am gonna watch YouTube. There was one time I was watching a streamer, and then Germa went live, and the one person in chat said like, hey everyone, Germa's live, let's go watch Germa instead. And I was like, holy shit, if someone did that in my chat, I would jump out a window. I was like, what the fuck? Like if someone came in my chat and was like, hey everyone, Kassan went live, let's go watch Kassan instead, I'd be like emotionally devastated. If someone like Maculio did it, I'd be like, that's just Maculio, that's just what he does. But if like a first-time chatter did that, I would take psychic damage. It would take me millennia to recover. Hello, Alakisha. I've noticed the Omega Curvers kind of run like Bigfoot. You ever watch like Bigfoot videos? They kind of walk in weird ways. I've noticed Alakisha kind of has a Bigfoot-like walk. That's not an insult. I like Bigfoot. I don't think Bigfoot's real, but I think Bigfoot's cool. But like, Alakisha would be kind of walking like Bigfoot sometimes. Okay, anti-breeder plushie is cave at 3:30 a.m. That guy keeps writing random shit on trees in a nearby forest. This pisses me off. The fuck? I didn't know there was Bigfoot in North Dakota. Here's the thing to me. If you tell me you saw Bigfoot, and I ask you where, and then you say, I saw them in the Pacific Northwest, I'm like, this motherfucker saw a Bigfoot. If I'm like, did you see a Bigfoot? And you're like, yes. I go, okay, where did you see it? You said, I saw Bigfoot in Delaware. No, you fucking didn't. You did. You saw a very hairy nudist who just happens to be 7 feet tall. Maybe one of those, maybe two of those three things are related. I don't know. But you did not see Bigfoot. I refuse to believe it. Bigfoot lives in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, okay? Idaho is on watch. Idaho is on thin ice. Maybe Bigfoot went to Wyoming once. There was one time I was walking in the, I was walking in the woods near my parents' place, and someone had made, you know the symbol from Blair Witch, the 3 sticks? Someone had made like a bunch of those in a place in the forest. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. Someone made a Blair Witch reference. Then I told my friends about it, and they were like, how the fuck didn't that scare you? I have this thing where I get scared, if it's real life, I get scared afterwards. If something scary happens, I'm not scared when it's happening, I get scared afterwards. I think like the adrenaline takes over. That's what the Illuminati wants you to think. I have this piece of life advice that is, if you're ever dealing with a crazy person, the #1 thing to do if you want them to leave you alone, be more crazy. Be crazier. Be weirder. We're gonna go get the ATV, then we're gonna go fix the Transformers. Like, if I met someone that was like, the moon landing is false, I would be like, you believe in the moon? You think the moon's real? You fucking sheep. You don't know anything, dumbass. I have heard stories of people who did that stuff. Half of the stories ends with them getting beat up, so I don't think you actually should do that. I do kind of want to try that. We do have a guy at work. Completely normal dude. Completely normal fella. But he has this thing where he's really into conspiracy theories. I'm also really into conspiracy theories. I love supernatural shit. I don't believe in any of it, but I like reading about it, and I want a lot of it to be real. I really want Bigfoot to be real. I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I want him to be real. But the important thing is I know Bigfoot believes in me. But there's another guy like that at work, and before I showed up, he was the only conspiracy theory guy at work. So when he would hang out with people from work, he would be like, hey, have you heard about this thing? And then he would, like, build it up. Because you don't go out and say, like... You don't start with, all of history is a lie. You don't do that. You build it up. You go like, hey, did you hear about, like, this meteor impact in the Younger Dryas period? The people go, no? And they go like, well, it created this, like, global flooding. And they go, oh, okay. And then he's like, yeah, and so that made it so a lot of old buildings got, like, buried in mud. And that's why things are, like, underground. We find old stuff underground. And the other person's like, oh, okay. And then, you know, 15 steps later, he's like, all of history is a lie. He doesn't actually believe it. He just thinks it's cool to talk about. And he likes the way other people react when he tells the story. You see, he doesn't believe in it. But sometimes he convinces other people it's true. Which, that is some kind of shit that I also like to do. Just straight up fucking... lie about inconsequential shit that doesn't mean anything. Like, not stuff that's actually harmful, just like in good fun. I'm gonna check if the other things spawn in here, like the Ariroll fanfiction. No, the boxes are gone even. But I was working with him one day. We're in the car driving to where we were gonna work. And he starts talking. And he says... He didn't say that. He says, hey, Fresno. Do you know about... And people have told me this was a conspiracy theory guy before this. He said, hey, Fresno. Do you know there was a meteor impact in the Younger Dryas period? And I just go, oh, you're talking about the mud flood. And he was like, what? And I was like, yes, finally I out-crazied the crazy. I know about the mud flood conspiracy theory, dude. Do you think this is like my first day on the internet? I don't believe in that shit. I think it's a very bad conspiracy theory because it's the kind of conspiracy... There's this thing where some conspiracy theories try to explain everything. Like some Bigfoot conspiracy theories are like... Bigfoot is real, and it's like a hominid, like a human-like ape that lives in the woods, and they're just really rare. And I'm like, okay, this is fun. I want to think about this. This is interesting. Then some people go, no, Bigfoot is an interdimensional being. Why is that there? That came from space, and that's why we have UFOs. And also, Bigfoot is an angel, so religion is true. And the Bigfoot aliens used to be based in Atlantis, which is why the Bermuda Triangle happens. And I'm like, homie, you can't just put everything into the theory. Because, like, you say Bigfoot is an ape. I'm like, okay, this is cool. They say Bigfoot is an alien. Okay, now I have to believe in Bigfoot and aliens for this to make sense. They say they're from Atlantis. Okay, fine, now I gotta believe in Atlantis too? Like, you realize if one of those things, if I know one of those things is fucking wrong, then all of it goes out the window. Like, if your friend told you, like... If your friend was like, hey, I saw Bruce Willis at the mall today. And you go, what the fuck? Where did you see Bruce Willis? And they go, oh, I saw him at Hot Topic. So if your mall doesn't have a Hot Topic, you know the entire story is bullshit. Because, like, I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't think Bigfoot exists. I want Bigfoot to exist. So hearing stories that I can be like, oh yeah, this might like support the existence of Bigfoot. That's kind of nice. It's not gonna make me believe in it, but it's kind of nice. Like when you get immersed in a story. But if you start bringing in shit that is so obviously false, then you've ruined the immersion. And I don't believe in it anymore. It's like, imagine if you were playing Skyrim. And you go in a dungeon, and there's an AK-47. And no one ever mentions it. And it's not a big deal. But you go in a dungeon, and there's a chest, a completely normal chest. There's an AK-47 in it. And it's just there, and no one acts like it. That would break your immersion. Unless you're playing modded Skyrim, where, you know, that's kind of the point. But, like, when people talking about conspiracy theories try to make it, like, do everything. I forget why I was talking about that, but... Is this a teleporter? I swear to God, there is one of these that teleports you, but I don't know how to make that happen. Bigfoot give me Fent when I tell him good joke. I have yet to tell a good joke. Ugh. So yeah, me and the conspiracy theory guy at work, he will like tell a conspiracy theory, and he like get like 2 sentences in. You see, he's doing it the right way. He does the pre-work. He says something that is completely true, that anyone can look up and know it's true. And then he says other things that are true, and then he uses that as supporting evidence for a theory. Now, there are logical flaws in this, because, you know, none of this shit is true. But, he builds it up in the most convincing way possible. Which is why I find it really annoying when I just preempt it with, like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's fun. I like conspiracy theories. The only podcast I watch is the Chilluminati podcast. And I want to make it clear, I'm not talking about Illuminati, the lady who did plagiarism. No, I'm talking about Chilluminati. The one run by Mike Mattis, known as Mattis Games, Jesse Cox, and, fuck, what's the last guy's name? Alex Aliciani. Those 3 guys, that's a really fucking good podcast. It's like 300 episodes now. Most of them are really good. Didn't that lady stab someone? Did the Chilluminati lady stab someone? Hold on, I gotta look this shit up. Chilluminati. It doesn't even auto-complete it. Oh, because it's not Chilluminati. It's Illuminati stabbing? I'm not seeing anything about this. I'm not seeing any. Google gave me no results. I don't think it's her. The Illuminati person? Yeah, I googled the Illuminati lady. I got nothing. I searched her name plus stabbing, and I got no relevant results. Either the plagiarism thing overshadowed the stabbing, which... that's kind of scary. Did you make a video about that? Or it wasn't her. But I'm guessing schizo? Okay. Is this the oil? No, this is where you get the, where you get the, aluminum foil hat. Wait, what is this? It's an empty canister. I let the intrusive thoughts take over. I was really scared it was gonna hit the barrel and, you know, fuck up the whole operation. Looks like it got stuck. That's funny. I'm gonna take a trip over to the RE rolls and just see what's up with them. See what they got going on. And, this is where the Terminator spawns, if it always spawns in the same place. I don't think we're getting the Dr. Kell plushie. I think they changed how you get it. So we might want to steal one of these, but, like, these are really bad. Like, I don't think they buffed them. Terminator? There's a Terminator in this game. This game has 3 boss fights, one of which is a Terminator. Okay, so Eerie is very I'm actually just gonna quickly double check this. Voices of the Void, Eerie plushie. This is not a spoiler because I've done this before. Eerie time. What is Eerie time? Before midnight. Okay, sweet. Because someone said at the start of the stream to do this again. The deal with the Terminator is it's gonna get airdropped in, and it should happen like any day now. Last story event is apparently day 45, which we're getting really close to. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna stream after I'm done with Voices of the Void. It'd be kind of funny if they put out a new update right after I like catch up, but I think we're still months away from an update. I do want to finish the long drive. I do want to do that. I've also been considering streaming Schedule 1 because that looks kind of fun. I am gonna stream Half-Life because I am getting convinced that Half-Life 3 is releasing. I am becoming convinced that Half-Life 3 is coming out. And I do want to beat Half-Life 2 before Half-Life 3 comes out. We love driving sandbox games raw. I'm gonna go grab some water. So, give me like 20 seconds. It might have been more than 20 seconds. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Ah. There we go. Oh, I pressed save by accident. We need the meat. We need a shovel. You do anything cool? And we already have the garbage bag. Like, again, I'm not really interested in the signals unless they're new. Because I have pretty much every signal in the game in the glossary from 062 and 072. I wonder what happens if I load my 062 save in the new version. I know you can get a bug if you load a 0.7 save and 0.8. You get like two tables. You get the old and the new table here. Luckily, they made a debug for it by making the old table edible. Which I think is one of the funniest solutions to a bug like that. Like, oh, two static objects are like in the exact same location. Just make the old one edible. Like, make it so when you click on it, you eat it. We go. Get this higher, higher, and higher. Yeah, and we're gonna need some energy drinks. Tasty. I can admit that I have never eaten a table. I have never consumed furniture. Back in the day, there was this Japanese game show where you would be like put in a room and they would say one of the things in this room is chocolate. Find out what it is, but the only way you're allowed to test stuff is to bite it. You would have people like biting. There's a famous gif where a guy bites a door handle and it's chocolate. Back in the day, a lot of people used to be like, man, Japanese TV is so much better than like Western TV. Because you have like those kinds of shows. You have like Itake's Castle. You have like the anime. The problem is that like they don't make those shows anymore. If you turn on Japanese TV, which I did do a couple of times when I lived there, the shows is just like one person cooking, and then there's like a camera in one of the corners, like a face cam, of someone reacting to the cooking, and they go like, what? Huh? Whoa! Oh, that's cool. That looks good. What? Huh? What are you doing? Wow! Impressive. For like 3 hours, and then they eat the food, and they always like the food. They're always like, this food is great. By the way, we were in this area and we didn't see that thing. That might be a pig. 2 pigs on the map. Next pig that shows up, I'm putting them in garbage jail. I would like it if there was a show like that, but where sometimes there were like, no, sorry, this food sucks. Can you spin in these? I'm actually amazed. You can pick up the chair you're sitting in and it doesn't like destroy the game. It's kind of impressive. I would like it if there was a game show like that, but every once in a while they were like, no, this food is actually bad. I don't like this. Like in the Gordon Ramsay shows, where he like goes to places and there's like the food here sucks. There's a couple episodes where he likes the food. New signal. Nothing on level 1. Like there are a couple episodes where he's legit like, this food is bussin' for real, on God, goated with the sauce. Like there's one episode, he's in New York, I think. It's this tiny restaurant that's run by this old black lady, and she gets no customers. And he goes there and the food's amazing. He loves the food and the service. And then it's just like bad advertising and the restaurant is in a bad locale. And then, you know, they gave her some advertising and fucking restaurant took off. Last thing I heard was just like 12 years ago, the restaurant was doing good. Then you, of course, have like the other restaurants where it's just hell. I guess that's why they call it Hell's Kitchen. I got fucked up when I found out Hell's Kitchen is a place in New York. I thought Hell's Kitchen meant like Gordon Ramsay is really critical about food, so if he is in your kitchen, then it's gonna be hell. Because you're gonna get criticized on. Deus Ex references. Does Deus Ex take place in Hell's Kitchen? I played Deus Ex 1 and I played Human Revolution. I did not play the newest one. I only played those 2. I played more of Deus Ex 1, the original, than I did of the one that came out in like 2012 or whenever it was. One part of the game takes place in Hell's Kitchen. I didn't know. I didn't remember that part. Are CJ and Pulse apart? That might have been the mission I really didn't like, because there was a mission in that game where you had to like you were in a like a street setting and it was like apartment buildings and you had to find like a Chinese guy. You had to go like to a restaurant or something and find a Chinese guy. And I don't know why, but I thought that mission was really annoying. Like I found that mission really difficult to do. That's way further along? Oh, okay. Okay. We should probably... We can get this downloads. What? Huh? Poltergeist? Are we roll prank or ghost? You decide. I'm leaning toward bug. There we go. Let's listen to this one. Pop that in. How far into the... There's this one mission where you go to an airport. You have to sneak into an airplane. How far into the first game is that? This kind of looks like you're doing like the piano roll in FL Studio. guess they're both just like time and frequency. Okay, let's go get this meat. So you put the meat in the bag. Where's the meat? Put the meat in the bag. And then we go. Should probably use the ATV. Just hope I remember where, way there. I don't get lost. Are you getting the monitor lady plushie thingy? I already have it, but I was told I could, there was more to the plushie. I was told today on stream that you can get, like, more stuff if you do the ritual again. Because you already have the Airy plush, which I do want to turn into a Ari roll, but I also really want the Furfur Ari roll and the anti-breeder. Furfur Ari roll? Furfur Curfur. And the Ari roll Curfur. I really want those. I'll probably do an autosave before we get to Pig Zone, but... And by autosave, I mean like a manual save. Good thing about nighttime is it should be easy to see the pigs. Where is the light array? It's amazing how hard this thing is to see despite being so freaking huge. Just because it's dark out. Let's not crash this thing and break all our bones. It is. Pig is, of course, right next to it. And it aggroed. Listen, pig. You're cringe. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try getting him stuck on the geometry. I might have succeeded already. He doesn't take fall damage. You know what? There we go. And then, what happens if you hit the ATV? What happens if you collide with the ATV? Nothing much. I can probably get this dude stuck on something here. Because again, he does take physics damage. Like, the first time we killed one of these was from having him just get stuck in a wall. If we can get him stuck in under here, that might be good. He just might not be able to hit me down here. Oh no! There we... Oh, that was close. That was real close. Come on. Come on. Oh! Okay, he got like smacked a bunch of times. What happens if I do this? Died here. We're relatively safe down here. He has a really hard time getting through here. I'm not sure if we have to be like right next to Eerie when the time comes. Or are you going upstairs, dude? I'm not sure if we have to be right next to the bit. Really? What happens if we do this? Like, we stand on this thing. I don't think he knows what to do. Oh, he might, like, drift and get stuck under there, and then just go, like, bang, 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 bang between walls. Eternal Hype, welcome in, how you doing? How's it going, Eternal Hype? What you up to? We're watching a pig, I'm not really sure what you would call this, but, you know, he's doing something. He's doing something. I don't think he's taking damage from this. I don't think he's hitting the wall hard enough. I don't see any blood splatter. I'm doing pretty good. You were talking about exams last time. How you Still dealing with exams? Or is the exam period, like, over? That's a robot? It's a robot pig. I don't think you get anything for doing this twice. I don't think you get any... These guys make such weird fucking noises. I don't think you get a reward for doing it twice. I'm not sure why the game froze there for a second, but... Oh, he's so close to getting stuck under there. New exam period just started. How many exams? It's like, to me, and an exam period with a lot of... Oh, I don't think he can get stuck under there. Like an exam period with a lot of exams would be like 4. 4 would be a lot of exams, but it might be differently in Saudi Arabia. Goodbye, Wintry, and I hope you have a nice sleep. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. I got all the big international exams this month, plus the big state exam. But how many is that? Are we talking like 5, 6 exams? I think they upped how much health these guys have, or they just lowered how much damage they take from hitting walls and shit. Is he stuck? No! Oh, come on! The minute I start trying to hit you. Am I getting like a good cycle here? Like the fence has done more damage to this guy than I have. And I know we have a pipe bomb. We're saving it for the dogs. We're not using the pipe bomb until I finally see a fucking fossil hound. I wish there was more of like an audio feedback to hitting this guy with the axe. It seems like he bounces free if he's stuck too long. I think we hit him like 4 times. Total of 6 or 7. That is a lot. I don't think I've ever had an exam period with like more than 5 exams. Does this guy just resist the axe? Okay, the whole planet shook again. It seems like every time we load a save, we get that like explosion plus shake at like the first night. I have no idea what that means still. That was the 5-hour straight I was talking about the other day. A 5-hour for a single exam is a lot. These guys are so annoying to fight that I don't mind cheesing them. How do I tell when he's about to explode? Okay, when he slowly floats upward is when he's about to explode, but I think this thing's hitbox saved us. Midterms this month too, with finals up next. How is this? Why does it sound like the system is set up so you just get infinity exams at the same time? Yeah, I think the Airy thing was a scam. I think double Airy was a scam. Hold on a second. Oh, I forgot we can honk the horn. Ugh. Midnight Blue, you play any games recently? Because I've been kind of thinking about playing Red Dead Redemption 2 off stream, but I am looking for like a new main game to play off stream, and Tell me that's another fucking thing. That has to be a street light. That's standing still. I've been kind of wanting to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I beat Red Dead Redemption 1 many years ago. I played it on PlayStation. It's a drone. We should be carrying a rope around. Half-Life? I am gonna play Half-Life 2 on stream, but that's gonna be when they announce Half-Life 3. I'm gonna be fucked if they shadow drop. Oh, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna be fucked when they shadow drop Half-Life 3. Because then I'm gonna have to play Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2 before I can start playing Half-Life 3. So never? This might be copium, but I think Half-Life 3 is coming out before 2027. Like, Valve released footage of the Half-Life 3 alpha that they built years and years ago. They said they regret the way they tried to develop Half-Life 3 with, like, waiting on innovation. They said they should have just made Episode 3. And there's so many rumors going around from, like, so many sources saying that people are playtesting Half-Life 3. What were you doing outside? Oh, the UFO is still here. Didn't even see it. I gave up on the copium since before Alex. Shouldn't Alex have given... Okay, the UFO is still someplace around. Shouldn't Alex have given you, like, an insane copium buff? Like, Alex was the biggest piece of copium, because it's like Valve still makes Half-Life games. After Alex came out, I got really excited for the teaser. I got so much copium. I think Half-Life 3 is coming out before 2027. Okay, so we got power problems because of the UFO that gives us power problems. What is that? What is that? Blue fire. Blue fire in Danger Forest? It's not out until it's in my library. Half-Life 3 does not exist until I'm playing. That's when Half-Life 3 exists. Come on. I'm gonna check out the blue fire. I feel like it's gonna disappear at 3 AM though. I'm gonna unironically keep an emergency Half-Life 3 fund in my bank account. Like $100. Half-Life 3 is one of the few games that I could see justifiably launching at more than $60. There are very few games that are worth more than $60. But Half-Life 3 is one game, just because of the fucking legend around it. Like, Half-Life 3 isn't just a video game. It is... It's... I mean, I don't know how to explain it. But if you know, you know. Half-Life 3 is like... If there was one video game people want to come out, it's Half-Life 3. I would not pay $100 for Half-Life 3, though. If Half-Life 3 costs $100, I would pirate it. But I would tell other people to spend money on it. It's probably gonna be 3 AM before I make it over. It is gonna be 3 AM before I make it over to Danger Forest. You were not alive when Half-Life came out. That doesn't make sense with how old you are. I was alive when Half-Life came out, but I was like 1 year old. It was Goo Goo Gaga mode. Can we not climb this without a rope? But I saw the blue light. Question is the blue light Is it moving? It's moving. Fuck. And I can save even though I'm close to it. I can't climb this without a fucking rope. Okay, today we're just observing the blue light. Who knows? Maybe I'll come close to the fence. Exactly, so how would you know I wasn't there? Because if I was a Goo Goo Gaga baby, and when you were a Goo Goo Gaga baby, I was like in school, you know, do the math, 2 + 2 = you weren't born. I think the blue fire went away. I've long wanted there to be something in Danger Forest. There used to be a green fire, but it was a pretty lame event. But I do want to check out that blue fire. We might do that tomorrow. Okay, this is where the orange Kerfer is. There he is. And you're gonna stay there and think about that time you tried to kill me. Anything else down here? There's this fucking Sarlacc pit down here that I have no idea what it does. I've heard it does something, but I have never heard what. Game is kind of strangely peaceful at night. I think it's the rain doing it. Like, for some reason, the rain gives us a very calming atmosphere. It would be a great time to just be, like, annihilated by some kind of alien. My calculus lecturer was telling us, guys, a 4 or a 5 is very easy. I have big hopes for you guys. Now he is begging us to pass. So, the grading system in Saudi Arabia, how does that work? Out of 5, okay. Because in Norway, before university, you get graded 1 to 6. Where 1 is a fail and 6 is literally perfect. You need 100% to get a 6. You can get a 6 minus. You can get a 5 plus. To get a 6, it has to be perfectly perfect. You can technically get a 0 if you don't even write your name. International American made exam. So in the US, you have grades, right? Like A, B, C, D, E, F. But GPA is calculated on a scale of 0 to 4. So how does this work? And then that test is out of 5? Like, because a 1.0 is the lowest GPA possible. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's like 6 different grades you can get. And there's like some exams where you get graded out of 5. How does this add up? Letter grades plus GPA per subject and total GPA. Okay, but my issue here is like the letters and the GPA don't scale 1 to 1. Because if you could get 5 different grades and there was 5 different GPAs, that makes sense. But if they're not, how do you do the conversion? Okay, you
No.
good? You gonna be able to say like this? Okay, she's good. Where did your clothes... Okay, we are being harassed. Why do we still not have power? Just loading. Your grades aren't calculated based on letter grades? What the fuck are the letter grades for? If that's not how your grades are calculated, then what's the point of them? Okay, there's something fucking with our electricity. We haven't done our job in so fucking long. It's a nothing. Free signal. The way it works is that the letters is a range spectrum of grades. Maybe we had to go inside to get this event. The UFO gonna fly by? Oh, is it dropping the... No, it's dropping the car. Okay, thank God. I thought that was the... I thought that was gonna go fly and drop the Terminator. We have power now?
Yeah.
You just idle here while I go and turn all the fucking lights back on. Why are there so many events in this game that turn off your lights? They're so annoying to turn back on. I wish it was a central light switch. An A means excellent and is usually defined as between 90 and 100. Why don't you just get percentages instead of the GBA? The GPA. GBA is a console. F is everything less than a 60, that makes sense. But like, if the letter grades are based on percentages, why isn't your grade percentages? Why is it like your GPA is... We're out of meat. We actually ran out of meat. Okay, now things are real. Why is it... Why is it like, hey, you have a 2 GPA? Why isn't it like, hey, you have a 50%? Then you wouldn't need to worry about conversion. Like, if you already have a percentage system for your grades, why not use that for the combined total? So they dropped the car. I think the next thing they drop is the Terminator. They use weighted GPA. Why can't you do weighted percentages? Because I know, like, if one of your courses is worth twice as many credits as another one, it's also twice as impactful on your GPA. That makes sense. There was something over here. Wasn't there? Oh, it's beyond the hill. It's on the other side of this hill. It's probably just the anti-breather. We'll come down from the hill. We might be able to get a good view of it. I'm assuming that's a pig. And if there are only 3 pigs, then that's better than I would used to be, but still more pigs than I would like. If I'm being honest, I'm not quite sure why it's like that. There's probably a good reason for it. Like, it sounds dumb to me, but there's probably a legitimately good, perfectly logical reason behind this. Okay. It's approaching the camera. It's soon gonna be in view. It stopped. Do not go the other way. Fuck you. Here, behind the camera. Yes. I don't think he's gonna climb up the hill, so let's just put it like that. I'm gonna see if we can saw the car. It probably goes back to American internationalization and some stuff like that. But I'm blaming the Americans for making the system. My question is not why do they have this in Saudi Arabia? My question is why did the Americans make it like this to begin with? Is this a heavy prop? This thing kind of moving fast. I do like that you can go... You can move this while you're in. You might be able to fly with this. Oh, you can... Oh, was there a potato in the car? What happens if we do... Okay, you can move kind of fast with this, but we don't have a use for it. We can saw it. It's gonna take a couple of days, but we can do it. Some guy felt like it. I assume there's a good reason for it. Maybe the GPA sounds better. Maybe the GPA makes it easier to add other stuff to it. No, but that doesn't make sense. Because you can get bonus point in GPA from like after school activities and stuff like that, extracurricular stuff. Like if you you can have like 4. If you have perfect grades, your GPA is 4. But if you have like perfect grades and you like did something cool, you can have like a 4.2 GPA. Maybe that's why, to make like that kind of conversion easier. Oh my god, that's a lot of metal scrap. When you imagine that there's a lot of events that people look really deep into and the person who did it just did it because. I agree, but I also feel like there's a lot of things where people go like, why is this stupid? Did they not think about this? And then there's like a perfectly logical explanation for it. I think those two things happen like equally often. Okay. Whoops. Can I reach that before it destroys my... What's gonna happen first? That thing's gonna break my Bitcoin mining rack, or I'm gonna collapse from hunger? Battery? Fully charged battery. I like how after I ate human flesh, now instead of imagining food, I'm imagining human flesh. I have shrimp on me. What the fuck am I doing? I own shrimp. Are those 1050 Ti's? I gotta be honest with you, I have no idea what these are supposed to be. 1050 Ti's. What is that? Like as powerful as like a 2010? Okay. We are gonna cook potato. I think in this game, cooking a frozen potato takes equally long to cooking a unfrozen potato. Just like real life. Can you imagine you go to your friend's house? You know, like, hey man, you want something to eat? You want a bite? You go, yeah. Yeah, I'd like something to eat, yeah. They toss 3 fucking raw, unpeeled potatoes straight out of Mother Earth into a microwave. Turn it on for 60 seconds. Fucked up part is I would still eat it. It's free food. Can't say no to it. It's about as powerful as a 1050 Ti. I heard it's impossible to get a 5080 or a 5090. A guy at work tried to order one and he did place an order, and then later he was told by the company that like, hey, we can't fulfill our order, so we're just gonna give you the money back. So instead he bought a 5070 and they like only paid the difference. That shit would probably come out okay. Microwave potatoes would come out okay. I don't think so at all. I do not... I don't think microwave potatoes would be good in any Galaxy universe. They're on a hard back order. So many people want them. I mean, if you want a GPU that's gonna last you for 10 years, yeah. If you microwave them long enough, they'll cook true. Yeah, and they'll also be extremely dry and burnt on the inside. I was kind of hoping the 50 series coming out was going to make the 40 series a lot cheaper. That didn't really happen. Like, the 40 series is still really expensive. I was hoping I could get, like, a second-hand 4080 or something for, like, $500. Nah. Nah, you cannot. 2 of them are cooked. What is happening with the last one? Why is this one of an uncooked? There we go. Hello? Imagine that'd be sick. There we go. Just 3 cooked, microwave cooked potatoes. No seasoning, no butter, no nothing. And that's dinner. I want one. Catch. 5-second rule. I will want one, maybe 2, possibly 3. I'm not gonna let a viewer steal my stream potatoes. Ooh! Hello! Jupiter. Saturn. I always say Jupiter when I see the rings. Jupiter is the one with the moon. Saturn is the one with the rings. Even though multiple planets have rings, it's just that Saturn got the biggest rings. No. No. Yeah, 100. Nom nom. You're not getting my fucking potatoes. I got it. This is not a threat. This is a show of force. You might ask yourself, what's the difference? Well, it all depends on if you're gonna eat my potatoes or not. Why am I spending time cooking potatoes, by the way? When I have like 10 million cans of food that I could eat from. We should just go get the drone. What the fuck? Why don't we just go get the drone? No butat? You're pretty close to the Norwegian spelling. I really like the weather effects in this game. 2 MREs. I like leaving the MRE out here because it's like I just kind of eat it when I pass by. I want a little kitty cat so bad. One of my best friends got a kitty cat, and I went to visit them on Sunday to look at the kitty cat. Deal was, though, the kitty cat is like a cat teenager. So it's not like snuggly at all. It's not cozy. And all it really wants to do is like eat food and sleep on the kitchen table chairs. And then for some fucking reason, the cat walked into the hallway. It's laid down next to my shoes. And then it just put its fucking nose in my shoe and started sniffing. I was like, why are you doing that? Like, yeah, I know that your food, which is like some weird fish paste, smells like shit. But that's my fucking shoe with my stinky fucking feet inside of. And the cat put its head in my shoe and was smelling it. Can we get cat tax? What is cat tax? She's exploring? Why does everyone think it's a she? It's a he. The cat is a dude. Every person I talk to about the cat is like, oh, what's her name? You got the cat's... Don't fucking assume the cat's gender. It's a male cat. It identifies as... I don't know why, but I was gonna say identifies as bisexual. I do not know why that popped into mine. I thought you said she. If I did, then that's my bad. But it is a he. If it did, then this whole tirade, I was actually talking about myself. It was self-critique. We haven't picked up the gun yet. And in fact, we're not gonna pick up the gun until, listen, okay? We're fighting aliens and shit. If something came to Earth from, like, the Gleep Glorp galaxy, you really think a gun is gonna do anything to it? Let's be real here, it's not gonna do shit. That gun with one bullet in it, it's not here so you can get, like, the really cool one shot, one kill on, like, the alien queen and all of the aliens die because of it. No. The gun is here so when the aliens are banging on the door going like, and they're gonna go in and steal your organs, at least they won't take you alive. I am back, Ghost. What happened while I was gone? We killed 2 pigs. One of them exploded in an explosive barrel. The other one got stuck in a stairwell. We hit it with an axe until it exploded in our face. By the way, no name Billy. I tried the airy shit you were talking about. That does not work. You cannot do the airy ritual twice. This is the ghost of Fresno, forever doing stream reruns. Yeah, this stream is also a rerun. Why is there blood here? I feel like do an ATV trick and like fall and hurt myself. The #1 mystery I want to solve in Voices of the Void right now is what is that event that happens once a stream where we hear like a bang and then the whole map shakes and then nothing happens after that? I want to know what's up with that. Don't tell me if you know, don't spoil it. But that is the #1 mystery. #2 is the Sarlacc pit at the bottom of the lake. Again, no spoilers. But those are the two things I'm most interested in finding out about. But yeah, this stream is a rerun. If you're wondering how I'm reacting to chat, it's because chat is, they're paid actors. It's like that one Germa stream where he pretended to restream, Simpsons Hit and Run. That's just an acorn. Do we craft the weapon? So the weapon is just a stick and 2 rocks. We might want to craft it. Chat is just that predictable. I mean, for some streams, that is the case. Like, if you have a stream with enough people watching it, like a 20,000 people, like, CSGO tournament, you can absolutely predict what is gonna happen. Hold on! You passed out. Outside. You were outside passed out. Why are your clothes inside? Why did you move after you passed out?
No. No.
Someone tried to kidnap Alakisha? Okay, the rope is in the bunkers. Let's go grab that. Then we are... Do I have the recipe for the weapon already? Why is it so bright? Oh, that's why it's bright. It used to be that the recipe for the weapon was in green bunker. I think they moved it. Hive mind streams. It does feel like that sometimes. Not you guys though, you guys are cool. Portable metal detector, Geiger counter, EMF equipment. Yeah, no, we're gonna go green bunker. I think green bunker is first of all, I'm gonna check if there's a pig here. But I think the recipe at green bunker is the nuclear core. Which we don't care about because we're never crafting that because the cave sucks and I'm not going. Isn't this where there was a pig? By the way, I don't think I've ever had to go to this satellite in like this entire playthrough. I love Hindmind streams, so hilarious watching them form the collective intelligence of an edgy toddler. With some streamers, it does get really funny. Like with Germa, the Hivemind streams do get really funny because it just works really well with his personality. Dug streams. I have never seen a Dug stream. I know his avatar is like Pajama Sam, but I've never seen a Dug stream. I've never met anyone IRL that likes Dug, and I've met people IRL that likes Asmongold. I've heard good things about Dug, but I've never seen one of his streams. But I love his videos. That's kind of me with RT Game. I like RT Game's videos, but I never watch him, like, stream. Oh my god, my neighbor fucking did something that rumbled a lot upstairs, and I thought that was in-game. This radioactive capsule, that's not the weapon. And fuck the radioactive capsule, it's stupid and I hate it. I've actually been thinking this might be one of the safest places in the game. Because monsters can't go through the barrier. Oh shit, I'm gonna pass out. This is kind of nice. Oh! Oh, the goat has moved! Oh! Oh! That's the interlopers. Okay. We can see all of the out-of-map Easter eggs because the trees don't render that far. That's the haunted log. Okay, that's kind of nice. We can see the... Why were you following me? You were set to idle. Why were you following me? Okay, the goat has moved. I'm gonna see if it's at the same place it was the last time it moved. Oh, you'll definitely love Doug. He's pretty cool and his humor seems to be similar. Also, his older brother made the Stanley fucking Parable? Okay. That's a huge flex. That's insane. I found out one of my coworkers used to be professional in CS:GO. Like one of my coworkers, like 10 years ago, was a professional CS:GO not streamer, but professional CS:GO player. That had me like shook. And another one of my coworkers, his cousin plays in one of the most popular bands in Norway. I'm like, shit, all of my coworkers are like doing cool shit. Because it was kind of weird when you meet someone and they're like, yeah, like my uncle is like Tom Brady. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you meet someone, they're like, yeah, my brother is Barack Obama. I'm like, huh? Meanwhile, I'm like, I have an uncle with an engineering degree. That's the most relevant family member I have. Okay. Did she jump? The goat is not where it was the last time this happened. Which is kind of scary. The goat is somewhere. Fucking crazy. 60% of them are Scandinavian. I like how you have that, like, regional difference. Because if you look at, like, professional League of Legends players, it's mostly Koreans, right? And, like, professional StarCraft players. Like, come on. It's all Korean. Does the goat show up on the map? I'm surprised we didn't run into that thing. If that's a moving tree, then of course we didn't run into it. What other things do you have? Is it like some games where like 90% of the professionals are like German? There's Korean Americans. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's like that one picture of like the US math team won like the math Olympics and then like all of them are Asian. That image like made the rounds like 20 years ago. So the goat statue is gone. The last time that happened, it was right on this side of the river. Maybe I should be paying attention while driving. But like, are there any games where like the professionals are all from like the Middle East? Tekken, right? It's not all of it, but Tekken has a lot of Middle Eastern pro players, right? It's like an Iranian guy that's like professional in Tekken, right? Overwatch. Where do Overwatch professionals come from? Overwatch is dominated by Saudi players? I did not know. What is it about Overwatch that makes it like popular in Saudi Arabia? I don't really get why League of Legends is popular in Korea. I don't really get why Counter-Strike is so popular in Scandinavia. But like, do you know why Overwatch is so popular in Saudi Arabia? What pro video game league is dominated by Americans? Like Smash? Like Hungry Box and Mewtwo King, Mango. They're all American. Armada is Swedish, but like that's one guy. I don't really quite know, but it got huge when it came here and everyone was playing it, but I never did. I never played Overwatch 1. I did play Overwatch 2 for a bit. But I never played Overwatch 1. This fog is kind of destroying my plan. Interloper is over there. There is an interloper. Can't see the statues because like different things have different render distances. Just the trees have very low. I want to explore that valley, but I don't know how to get out of the map. I don't really want to get out of the map yet. I don't think there's too much for us to see. Don't go down this ladder. It's a fucking scam. Because if you go down that ladder, they just drop you down the hole. That name brings back fucking chills. The Half-Life 1 Interloper. The Half-Life 1 Interloper is in Voices of the Void as an Easter egg. We need the gravity gun to complete the Easter egg. And for some reason, it just doesn't spawn. It did spawn during the playthrough. But I thought that was a tiny green alien. But we died and had to load a save before it spawned. But we gotta get, if we get the gravity gun, we can get the Interloper's suitcase. And then we can take it to a stairwell. And then I think he just takes the suitcase and it ends. Oh man. You know what I've noticed since the Minecraft movie came out? Every Minecraft joke now is from the Minecraft movie. You don't hear people go like, Creeper, oh man, anymore. They don't do that. You don't get like an Eye of the Spider or like, my diamond sword, sword. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. You don't get those kind of Minecraft jokes anymore. It's only jokes from the Minecraft movie. Chicken jockey. Like that kind of shit, like Steve's Lava Chicken. They like completely cannibalize the non-movie jokes. New Minecraft gen doesn't remember it. It's kind of crazy to think that the new Minecraft gen is like 5 years old. They don't know it. Literal. Well, I mean, there's always, like, the new Minecraft gen is always, like, happening. Okay, why is so much shit in this room, like, strewn about? Why is so much of the stuff in this room, like, getting moved without me moving it? You're not the one moving it. You're a good daughter. You would never do something like that. Okay, this is an old signal. Yep. What do we have here? Life crystal. I beg you, life crystal. Please. Very little has happened this stream, to be honest with you. We killed 2 pigs, which, I mean, not really little, but you know what I mean. We killed 2 pigs. I feel like that's really the only thing that happened. Time passed. we took 2 days time. You plan on playing the drug game? I said this earlier in the stream, but I do want to try out Schedule 1. I want to try streaming Schedule 1. I saw in Schedule 1 you can make a drug that makes people bald. And you can like find people that are like, hey man, I want the weed. And you can like give them a weed. They can be like, man, I really want a weed that makes me bald. And I don't mean bald as in brave, I mean bald as in no hair, Lamau. I saw that was something you could do in the game, and I got very like, what the hell? Oh. They come up to you and start begging you for drugs. Well, one thing about the game is I watched someone play it for like an hour. In the Steam picture for it, the guy has a gun. But from what I saw of gameplay, there was no, like, combat. It was just police show up and they tase you. Do you get a gun in the game? Some of them, like, different effects. Also, is it only weed? You can get... Say no more. Say no more. I just want to know that I can get a gun. Maybe I stream that on Saturday. But then also, is it only weed? There's also meth and cocaine? Okay, now we're talking. I actually kind of want to play the game. One thing I'm worried about is the humor of the game might not appeal to me. But from what I saw in that 1 hour of playing, it didn't really have too much effect. It wasn't like, haha, dude, funny weed thing. And I know one thing you can do in the game. I know you can buy horse semen and make weed out of horse semen. Which I'm like, this isn't fucking X Factor. Why is this a thing? I really like that you can make your own type of drugs. That is what's interesting to me. Wait, hold on. Can you drive cars in that game? Can you drive around the van you use for making drugs? Like the camper van from Breaking Bad. Can you drive that around while you're cooking drugs? Other nothing. These two signals are really close to each other. Yes. Well, what does that mean? I'm not spoiling any. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a yes or no question though. Can you drive the camper van? Like the... You can drive, but you can drive automobile, yes. Okay. Good. Because I want to do that. That game is multiplayer, so it would be kind of cool to have, like, 4 people. Okay, now is when we do this. SD count all. It's now 75! Holy shit. You do get to drive the RV. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna stream the game. It's gonna be 5 hours of me just driving the RV, obeying every traffic law. Like, I'm gonna go up to people and go like, hey, do you want to buy drugs? And I'm just gonna say no. I'm gonna go up to people in-game and be like, would you like to buy this drug? And they say, yeah, man. And I said, well, you can't have it. And I'm gonna do donuts in the RV. Just gonna fucking fill it with horse semen. And Red Bull. How the fuck do you put Red Bull into weed, by the way? Do you, like, put it in the oil, or do you, like, put it in the dirt? My first session with 2 other friends was 6 hours? A friend of mine played it multiplayer. Hold on. The friend of mine that has the kitty cat played it multiplayer with their girlfriend. And they said it was good for a couple of sessions. Then they ran out of content. God damn. The next was 11. Jesus Christ. You did make, like, Heisenberg money, right? Like, if you played it that long, you should have made, like, Heisenberg money. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna check out this signal. And that's probably gonna have to be the last thing we do. Today is a weekday. I had work today. I got work tomorrow. So, this is probably gonna be the last thing that happens on the stream as we check out this signal. We made hella Skrilla. That's hella Gamer Gangnam Style. I used to say that a lot. I used to say that, like, 400 times a stream. Because I went to Japan. And then I started saying it in Japan. I was saying hella Gamer Gangnam Style. And then other, like, students used to do it, started doing it. And then Japanese students started doing it. Because they just thought, like, oh, cool English slang. And then I came home from Japan and I was doing it to, like, everyone. And then I stopped. It's been, like, 2 years since I came back. I might go and play it, but I'm already not focusing on my... Do you have a Zoom class right Do you have a Zoom class right now? Are you in a fucking Zoom class right now? If you are, tell your teacher I said hi. No, I don't believe you. You're not in a Zoom class. You're in your university, sitting in the lecture hall. You have, like, an open book exam in front of you, and instead of doing anything practical, you're watching this stream. She said hello. Tell her I said assalamu alaikum. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, that signal wasn't anything. This is gonna have to be re-ended for today. It was 3 hours. That's what I planned for it to be. Oh, I got work tomorrow, and I had work today, so this is gonna be the end of the stream. I had a lot of fun. I like Voices of the Void, even though we're gonna have to find something else to play real quick, because I've played Voices of the Void for months now. I need to stream something else. Imagine working. I need money. If you don't want me to work, give me 5,000 gift subs right now. Okay, 5,000 gift subs would be less money than I make in a month at my regular job, but I could at least take like a week off work. I mean, I'm doing that. The last week in May, Boba's coming to visit, so I'm taking that week off. Schedule 1 and Half-Life. I'm only streaming Half-Life after they announce Half-Life 3 is coming out. I think there's enough historical, unique viewers for that. You don't need that. If you gift, by the way, don't actually do like 5,000 gift subs. But if you gift more subs than there are viewers, it goes to followers. And if you gift more than followers, it gives to people in related chats. Because I have been gifted, someone like gifted a sub to a channel, and then that channel follows another channel, and I follow the channel in the middle, so I got the gift sub. That's how I had like a bunch of furry emotes for a month. And do some research on prices. Don't actually gift sub 5,000 gift subs. I'm not sure what that's gonna do to my taxes. Oh, but yeah, no, that's all for today. Before I go, bam, there's the socials. If there's like max is 40, you do it multiple times. Okay, that's enough. No, we're not doing this. If there's a stream delay or there's a extra stream, or today the stream started early, if anything like that happens, it's gonna go up on Discord. And all of the VODs go up on YouTube. Normally like a week after the stream. Sometimes like 2 weeks. One time it was like 3 months. And yeah, before I go, I want to do a quick shout out and a quick thank you to everyone who came by, everyone who watched the stream, everyone who talked in chat, everyone who just listened in, and all the lurkers, because we love the lurkers. And yeah, next stream is on Saturday. Noon, Central European time on Saturday. I hope to see you all there. And until then, be nice.